My name is David Harrison Greis. Welcome to the Greis Report, your unfiltered daily voice for truth. I am at a loss for words with just how accelerated the timeline has become. The Trump empire, they are basically destroying everything in their path that they could possibly get their hands on. So the first story tonight, I really want to focus on this particular video that I saw just this morning. It's from ABC7 Los Angeles. So here's the way that the story goes. In Van Nuys, Los Angeles, there was about 11 a.m. It was on Tuesday. There were a group of armed and masked ICE agents, Gestapo, that swarmed around a car. They were pointing guns at the car, as you'll see in the video. And you'll hear in the video as well them talking about the fact that two of the people who were abducted were green card holders and the other a U.S. citizen. This is what happens when the Supreme Court lifts the ban on racial profiling. And yes, I understand it might not legitimately say racial profiling, but the end result of allowing those roving immigration raids is racial profiling. So let's look at the video and you can make a decision from there.
Out of the car now!
With weapons drawn, federal agents walked toward the driver's side of this red vehicle in a Van Nuys parking lot. Luis tells us he was in the area when he saw what was happening and began to film.
That's when I saw this chaos, guns drawn, everything. The girl was there screaming like, why are you guys pointing guns at us? Like, we're not doing anything. That's when they got close. They break the window, they dragged the guys out. And then the female, she said she was pregnant, but they were just, all these guys gang up on her.
A man who identified himself as a friend of some of the people in the car did not want to go on camera, but said the two men are lawful permanent residents and that the woman is a U.S. citizen. On the passenger side, an agent points his gun at a woman who said, "If you touch me, I'm suing you." She then steps out of the car. This comes one day after the Supreme Court lifted a federal judge's temporary ban on the Department of Homeland Security's so-called roving patrols.
So just imagine it. You're driving with your friends, with your family. Group of masked men with guns jumps out of an unmarked van and starts screaming for you to get out. You're a U.S. citizen and a masked man with a gun is, in your face screaming, "I'm going to shoot you if you don't get out of the car." That's not okay. The woman was pregnant and she's a U.S. citizen and he's got a gun in her face. What kind of human beings are these? They're not humans. They're monsters. And the Supreme Court has allowed for this to happen. So to anybody who's listening out there, please make sure to direct your anger at the Supreme Court for this particular incident because this happened as a result of their decision.